Yeah, you got that.
Oh, I was watching YouTube. What up, world? We're back. Get Right Fantasy Network. Got my boy Frank here with me. What up, Fish and Frank?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, rough week, man. First, we're gonna talk about him, but I want to give a shout out. Almost a moment of silence for all my Derrick Henry owners out there. We got some sad news this week, man. This week's crazy. It's eye-opening. I guess I'm supposed to drink, right? It's eye-opening. Before we got on the show, first thing Frank said to me was, "Hey, what'd you say, Frank?"
I'm sorry. Say it again. I was trying to catch up.
He's telling me about this Monday night game just ended.
Oh yeah. Oh, what I was just saying, yeah, is KC's just looking terrible. I mean, they suck. They pretty much couldn't even beat the Giants. What a rough game.
Man,
The refs had
that
help
was
out, yeah, like literally penalty after penalty, fake face mask. Like, come on.
Hey, you hate to see it for all you Kansas City owners out there, Patrick Mahomes. I see a lot of teams that are actually pretty stacked. They're sitting with Mahomes at the realm, and it's not looking too good. I can't say too much, man. I've had my rough weeks. I've been beat up out here. Man, there's
Kelsey's
leagues,
killing
man.
me. This is terrible.
Yeah,
Kelsey's killing me.
I'm finally seeing offers for Kelsey.
I got
I definitely think they're going to
0.7,
bounce back.
0.7, not even a full point from Kelsey, and he was my number 2 draft pick. I mean, come on. The whole season's been like this. He's had like 1 or 2 games that were like decent, and the first 2 games were 19 and 19, and then it's been a downhill from there.
I'll
Like
be
I
sending
expected 19s the
trade
whole way, right?
offers.
I've been saying that
Kelsey
since like
for
2 weeks ago.
Frank. I
But
sent you
send me
some
something
last
good.
week,
But you guys
but
keep sending some crap, like some bench guys or waiver wire guys. No, I need starters.
yeah, I don't got a Waller to offer you, and even Waller is in that same boat.
Yeah,
But let's jump
exactly.
out how we always do. Sorry, Frank. If you guys, I mean, if you're not in it, I'm gonna give a shout out to one of our good friends of the show, our boy Jeezy. Zach Moss screwed him. I think it was 6, or I believe it was 6 yards. Could be 9 yards away from winning 500 on Underdog. Send them in, guys. Let us know your underdogs. We'll let you guys know ours. I think we should start getting together as Get Right. Maybe pick one together. Let's start out there. Let's put our money together. Try to make some money, right? Others. So we don't have any McGoats interesting fact of the day today, but we do have our most optimal lineup that you can start.
That's what's up.
With the name, if I would have said this last week, you guys would have laughed at me. The number one in my game ball this week is going to good old Mike White.
Oh
Hey,
yeah?
took it over.
You
Hey,
took words out of my mouth. I was going to talk about this guy.
hey, he's a household name at this point.
Right?
Yeah, so he comes through. He's going to be our number one quarterback for the week, which, I mean, surprised all of us, right? Yeah, dude,
405 yards, 82% completion. He was 11 for 11 at one point, which is like the best for the season so far. But then right after that, he threw a pick. But it wasn't his fault. It bounced off this guy's hands, and the receiver, the defender was right behind it. So it was unfortunate for him that it got picked off that way because it was like a tip off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to just talk about it for a second because it really helped the Jets
He
offense.
deserved it.
Michael Carter has been playing a lot better. This is another very good game for Michael Carter, the running back over there as well. And Elijah Moore, who was 6 of 6 at 67 yards. Another benefit of White being back there. So hopefully things that dude keeps balling out, man. It'll help some things going on over there. Get some fantasy guys actually pulling out of the Jets area over there.
Yeah. Hey, and so chat, we see you guys on the chat. We'll get to you guys just a second once we finish this. Rosario, welcome to the show. Appreciate having you. Hey, but more importantly, Mike White, he pulled off the win against the Bengals, and the Bengals are looking like, hey, the team, right? Like they're looking good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
You know what I mean?
it's up for grabs in their division right now. Ravens are looking good, but hey, Browns couldn't pull it off, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're coming back. I mean, the Browns got to fix couple little things over there, but obviously the running back injuries that they've had, but other situations, like just the wide receivers even in general, having injuries as well. I think who else is down over there?
Well, this is the first game that they had back for Jarvis Landry and Odell
Jarvis
Beckham in a
Landry,
long
yeah.
time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the other situation that's been happening. But hey, hopefully they straighten out the ship over there. They got a shot. I mean, nobody's out like you're saying.
Yeah, nobody's out yet, but it's definitely been a run. So actually, you kind of jumped ahead. You got it. Michael Carter, he made our list. He's up there as your RB1. If you're running a super flex, I'll backtrack. Josh Allen was Josh Allen, so not much to say there. Another guy you talked about, Joe Mixon. He's going to be your RB2 for the week. We have another AJ Brown sighting, so it looks like my man is back. Obviously, there's changes over there for Tennessee, so we're going to see what happens there. Speaking of injured receivers, Debo Samuel, he came through, I believe, 31 points for PPR.
That dude's the real thing, right? The real
Yeah,
deal.
yes, he is. Hey, and we were saying it earlier, right? We've been calling this since early weeks when he got off. Like, hey, this doesn't look like it's just a fluke. Hold
Yeah.
on to that guy. Quit package trading him. So, yeah, solid. If you got Debo right now, you're looking good. We had a Godwin sighting. Got another Tampa Bay receiver over here. Feel like they're always switching, and that's the reason I can't say nothing bad, but I avoid Tampa Bay receivers because last week it was Mike Evans on the list. This week it's Godwin. We've had AB on here, so it's a
Mike got a
revolving door over
touchdown this
there.
week, though. Mike got one also this week, and it was the
Yeah,
first time they picked off Brady for a pick six in under 2 minutes.
yeah. So somebody that we expected really high, we wanted him to do big things this year is projected. TJ Hawkinson made it as our tight end.
Nice.
Finally.
Coming back, huh?
Hey, number one defense, and I'll say, I don't know if anybody expected this. I was predicting it could have even been an upset. But Philadelphia pulling things through this week, scoring damn near quarterback numbers from the defensive
Dang.
spot. And then we wanted to add, so we're doing
Probably why Jalen Hurts had such a bad game. Like they still
yeah,
won. Like it was fantasy wise, it's terrible though.
always, and they won 44-6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like crazy, right?
Shout out to our Lions fans, man. I'll say most resilient fans in the NFL. Gotta love it. So last, we're going with our IDP guys. We got Adrian Phillips, the New England safety. He made a run. He got 2 interceptions. I believe he got a touchdown. So he pulled through on the IDP spot. Now that we got through all the fun stuff, man, it's like our chat's getting Frank, we're behind. So
That's on you. You're holding chats down today.
all right, let me get to a bunch of these. So we got Dim Boys. What up, Dim Boys? He was here. He beat me to the show. Jonathan Smith with the honorable mention. Jonathan
Moving off the
Smith.
fantasy basketball now, Jonathan. Is that what's going on? That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Man, I'm in the same boat
Henry's
as you.
out.
I've already been getting trades and stuff. Now all the Henry owners know how all the CMC owners have been
I mean,
feeling.
we might as well stop and pause and talk about it a little bit more, right? I mean, are we shooting
What
for
about us guys that have both of them? Dim Boys?
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
is everybody shooting for McNichols right off the bat, or are we going for AP because
Adrian Peterson.
he's already gonna go over there and work out? As per our text messaging earlier this morning when we were chatting about it, I brought up Marlon Mack that was already on the trade table anyways. Like, why not get him over there? And I forgot who else was rumored over there. But I mean, are you shooting for McNichols? Because I am. I'm just like. Why not?
Fab money will be spent this week on McNichols. There's no question about it. McNichols is going to be that guy. There's
I mean, the
nothing else to say about that.
trade deadline's Tuesday. So we'll
Yeah.
know before Tuesday if they actually trade for somebody, maybe sign
Yeah,
AP. I
tomorrow.
mean, they're gonna get somebody. You know what I mean? That's the deal. So would you rather get the guy that they're getting somebody with or McNichols? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I know a lot of us, we call him baby Derrick Henry, right? Like he runs just like him. He's very similar. I think Adrian Peterson's going to steal part of that. And then we just got to realize that McNichols is not Derrick Henry at the end of the day, but he's your best option out there. So he's going to be the number one guy. Don't be surprised if you see McNichols probably go in the hundreds for the people that have been saving their fab. This is that moment they've been waiting for.
That's what I'm saying.
So if you want them, this is where all the money's going to be spent. Frank, I could tell by that crooked smile. Hey, I could tell where your head's at. How much are you throwing? Just so I know what to beat.
Like 90%.
My boy Frank cracks me up.
90% of fab budget. 89.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, my boy Frank cracks me up because I seen you throw just a flat 20. He's got that old school, like, yeah, I'll throw $20 at this guy.
Yeah.
It's funny to see people's strategies when fab comes up. So we'll see. We're going to see what's going to happen. But I can tell you he's going to break the bank for sure.
Yeah,
we'll move on because I'm sure we're going to be talking a lot more about Derrick Henry unless you got something. I don't mean to.
No, I'm just but just barring anything coming up on what's happening, you know what I mean? Obviously, McNichols is the waiver wire pickup. You know what I mean? Like everybody's going to go after. He's top priority number one right now. So moving on, like you're saying, there's more to cover.
Hey, by far, and if you don't got the money, guys, hey, pick up at Adrian Peterson. I'm not saying he's going to be a must start, but if they don't pick anybody else up, right, like they're going to be going to the waiver wire just like we are. So if you guys, if you don't got the money to get McNichols, at least put in for both of them, right? Because good luck. May the richest man win. Jonah, what up, Jonah? Welcome back. So he got the win. His team underperformed. Still looked like a nice W. Is it time to panic on Chubb? And if so, who do I target? Also, Miami defense this week. No, like it's Chubb's first game back. Yeah, he didn't do what we wanted him to do. Again, the Browns just struggled.
I actually had a bet. I didn't think he was going to have a good game anyway, so I was just like, roll with the punches with other people. That doesn't mean it went well for me anyways, because everybody else seemed to tank. Had a bad week.
Yeah, and we kind of said that too. If you have the depth, if you have somebody coming back off injury like that, where they got a Dearness he's been running it over there. So if you had that depth, you should have stopped him. Obviously, like not everybody has that, right? Also, Miami defense this week. So I don't know if he's saying that Miami defense might have scored more once we were going through the chart. I know they played the Falcons. They lost it. That's not what I have. Again, they're scoring different in all these kind of leagues. So who do I have? I have Philadelphia. Philadelphia killed it. If you're asking about Miami Dolphins this week, like they're playing Buffalo. So that shouldn't be a question. That's why I'm thinking you're talking about our top 10. Them boys, he didn't waste no time. I was still in my feelings about Derrick Henry. He's asking for Derrick Henry. Christian he's in a solid trade. I'll tell him that. But he's asking for my top name guys. He's kicking me while I'm down. And it's just me talking shit. Just shot and gun around with it. Okay. Dylan Cassidy, what's up, Dylan? Okay. First question, Frank, you ready?
Trade AB for Henry.
He just traded AB for Henry. Mike Davis, Will Fuller, 10-team PPR. Am I an idiot? I'm guessing he's talking about it's redraft. I think AKA Tycoon kind of hit it on point when he said, hey, what's the timetable for Henry to come back? Everybody's looking at Henry to come back sooner than most people do, like an AP in his prime, right? If a normal person's going to be out 8 weeks, like he's going to be back in 5, that sort of thing. So we're all just hopeful.
I heard 8 weeks. I heard he'd be back for the playoffs.
See, and Derrick Henry is. Hey, I hate to say it, he's a must
I mean,
start.
what are you gonna get? Best case scenario, what, 5? You're thinking?
I'm just saying, in a normal situation, if somebody's out 8 weeks, like Derrick Henry, somebody that's going to push that line for sure. Depending on how Tennessee does and what the game means to him, right?
Yeah.
Is what's going to determine if he comes back. If they're eliminated at that point, there's no reason for them to bring him back. So, I mean, you have high upside. I've seen Will Fuller drop. Mike Davis scored 1 point. Like, I really don't care about either of those guys.
But I
But
mean,
yeah,
I
I
think
mean, I
they
would
were
trade
running
AB
that
in a
dude into.
heartbeat.
They're dropping. They were running him into the ground. I mean, I forgot the number. I think the number carries 900. How many carries he has? He always got 950 yards or whatever, right? He's already going to have a 2,000 yard season. They said that his current touches or yards was already at number 5 or somebody of last season. So he was already at number 5. And I was like,
I
that's
believe it.
ridiculous numbers. You know what I mean? The next highest is 550 yards behind him or something like that. Got like a 400-yard gap between the number second place, basically. It's crazy.
I should have looked up who has the most 30 attempt rushing game this year. Who has the most? And I bet you he probably beats other teams combined by himself. That's
sure.
just what they do. But Dylan, appreciate the comment. I think you're going to be good. The only problem is you're just going to have to roster these guys, right? So hopefully you got
I didn't understand the
a
Mike
big
Davis Will
IR.
Fuller part. That just happens to be who else he has or whatever. Because Mike Davis is getting beat up by Cordero Patterson, but he had a semi decent game the other day, like the PPR wise. Like, I'm not sure what the numbers are on Will Fuller at this time, but I'm just not sure what those guys have to do with the trade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just adding him in, yeah, it's just extra icing, right? Somebody's still they got a hard one for Henry, so had to get him. Jonathan Smith, what up? So, as someone whose first 3 was Henry, Kittle, and Ridley, do I just stop playing? Ridley, I was waiting to get to him. Obviously, he's taking time away from mental health. We're not going to make any jokes, any cracks about that. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows when he's coming back. It sucks because you can't predict this kind of stuff. I guess it's selfish, however we put it, right?
I heard on whatever podcast or something, whatever I was listening to, mentioned he wasn't the first guy that's taken time off for mental health. The last guy that did it, I forget his name, basically took off only about 3 weeks. So if you're using that as a measuring stick or yardstick, but everybody's different, obviously, right? So
I know who you're talking about too. I don't know his name, but yeah,
I'm terrible with remembering people's names, as y'all know. But
but stuff like that,
who
it's not
knows?
the same.
Exactly. Who knows? Everybody's different, right?
It's not like an injury and it's like, oh, it's 3-week timetable or 5-week or whatever. He's just got to work out whatever he's got going on in his head, and then he's going to come back. It just, like I was saying, selfishly, Calvin Ridley was the guy I'm like, dude, there's nobody else in Atlanta. He's going to eat. They don't have another target. He's going to throw him the ball. So all I could say is, like, myself personally at this point, I'm not ready to drop or overreact on Calvin Ridley. It just sucks. It could be worse. You could have drafted Allen Robinson. So, hey, he'll be back at some point. I don't think it's the end of his career. I'm sure it doesn't help being on the Falcons.
So does that move up? I can't think of the
Russell Gage.
Name. Yeah, Gage, because I even had drafted him way late. He didn't do nothing, dropped him, but now pretty much the only guy left besides Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, and Kyle Pitts been doing his damn thing. So I would say so. It's definitely going to make Russell Gage the number 1 over there. Right. But yeah, Jonathan Smith for sure. I'd look at like fantasy hockey or something like that. Hey, basketball's here, so I don't know, tennis, golf, or something. That sucks, dude. That's just you got a black cloud above your head or something. You got like the Reaper Rasta going on there.
It happens.
Rosario, what's up, Rosario? Appreciate having you. Apologize if I haven't seen your name. We'd appreciate it if you would do the like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It helps us out. We will touch on later what we're doing and what we did and all that kind of good stuff for people that are subscribing to our channel. We're making a donation to St. Jude, so we'd appreciate it. A lot of kids in need that it would definitely benefit. So I know we set up until November 1st, but I don't feel like we got the numbers that we could. I want to make sure that we maximize what we're going to give them. So personally, I want to extend it. I'm going to talk to the guys until we have that conversation. I'm going to keep it open. So if you guys know anybody, send it out to them. Still giving it away. Appreciate everybody that sent it, all that kind of good stuff. Dim boys, shout out to you, family, for the matching. You guys can match what you already promised. I'm not locking you guys into it. Sorry. Okay. So Rosario says, I want to get D Adams. What is a good trade with my team? I have Winston, who's out for the year, so that one's not going to help you.
Right.
McLaurin, Deontay Johnson, Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Jazeki. He's got Smith. Where's my team week? If so, any trades?
Let's get Deontay Adams.
I'm not saying McLaurin is weak, but if you're going to get Devonte Adams, like I would even, man, I'd try to package two of your receivers. Like if you could use a Deontay Johnson and Devonte Smith, like I'd do that in a heartbeat. I'm not touching my running backs because you only have Kamara and Dalvin Cook who are solid, but don't try too hard for them. If you could package those two guys, I would do it.
With Johnson and Smith. And Smith just had a bad game, but he's not going to, be playing like that. Johnson had a pretty decent game. So
and to be honest, I don't think anybody would ever accept my trade offer.
I'm not sure if you're going to get Adams with what you're trying to package, what you have to package for him.
Yeah, I don't either. Even if you're throwing one of your top running backs, like most people are just going to deny it. But Adams is just one of those guys.
He'll just end up hurting his team and not really benefiting from that because he'd be so weak a running back at that point, right? So it's not to benefit you.
Yeah, it's one of those. Just don't get trade happy. If you could package it with really any of those guys, so you don't want to get rid of your top running backs to get anybody, but it's not worth throwing Kamara or Dalvin Cook to get Devonte Adams, in my opinion, because you want to keep those running backs. And then as far as wide receivers, I don't value them as much as everybody else. McLaurin's obviously your best. So if you can keep him, try it. But I would just say good luck. If you do get any offers, if maybe you send it to them and they have your eyes on somebody that you had no idea of sending into a package, send it over to us. We have all our links below. And even just to get right community, right? Like everybody in the sleeper chat, like we all love throwing our opinion out there.
Be all over that one for sure.
All over that. So Jonathan got another one. Oh, he's Jonathan Smith coming with an interesting fact of the day. Watch out, my goats. No, I'm just kidding. One of my league's top 4 picks was Henry, Gibson, Kittle, and Ridley. Oh. Man, the fact that you're 2-6 speaks volume to you. Work that waiver Work that waiver wire, man. That's rough. That reminds me a lot. I got teams like that from last year. I don't even want to talk about it. So he also says, I don't know if you guys seen what I said on Sleeper because I posted it about 2 hours ago, but my friend gave his account for $40 and a $40 buy-in, 180 for first place, and was wondering if it was worth it. Yeah, I commented on this, so Frank will let you do it. So the team's currently 6-2. It's a 9-man team, full PPR. Stafford, Brady, Kamara, Najee, Montgomery, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, D-Hop, Julio, Mike Thomas, Jerry Jeudy, Jamar Chase, Noah Fant, Gronk. What should I do? Don't touch nobody and go win the ship and win this free money. That's what you should do.
Trade out Julio and Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is not going to be anything anymore now. Jameis Winston's out for the season. You're going to get Taysom Hill, who we've seen last year with Michael Thomas and did okay at best. Julio doesn't get the touchdowns. I would trade those two guys away and go to the team if you could, but you're only in a 9-man anyway, so you probably got somebody on the waiver wire that you could replace with half of these guys anyway. So, you're solid. Roll with it.
Yeah, 100% agree. So even package those guys up and see if you can get you a Kelsey, because Kelsey's going to come back.
I don't think so.
Casey's just going to put points up. I'm not saying that they're going to win anything like that, but if you can
Kelsey's
throw
done. He's too
Julio,
old.
Michael
This is it.
Thomas,
I picked him up on the
Judy,
wrong year.
I don't think any of those guys are going to start. Like if I have your team, I'm going DJ Moore, D Hop, and Jamar Chase are going to be my 3 receivers if I have 3 receivers. So use the rest, get you a running back, go win the show. All in one show. What up? Welcome back. He says, "What's up, guys? All right. Is CMC worth keeping still?"
I hear he's going to be
Hell
back
yeah.
next week, or possibly next week, if not the week after. So you don't got that much longer to wait. And yeah, I mean, if you're going to hold on this long, you can't just let him go. I mean, he's a top running back when he's out there,
Yeah,
right?
even in redraft right now, I'd probably still take him number 1, especially with what we heard about Derrick Henry, which I hate talking about. But yes, 100% you're going to keep him. So I'll say this for everybody, keep your eyes open. There's going to be people that are still stuck on bye weeks. They're going to be in a tough spot. They're probably going to drop Chuba Hubbard. Keep your eye on him, right? If you have the depth, definitely grab him because who knows, things happen. He's been reliable with CMC out. Same thing I'll say with Devonte Booker. Saquon's projected to come back this week. Actually, there's a lot of people that are supposed to come back this week. I think David Montgomery is supposed to come back this week. We don't know, possibly could be shared role, all that kind of stuff. But keep their backups, right? If you guys can stash them, make sure that you guys do that if you have the depth to do so. Again, we're always trying to be one step ahead of our competition. But again, all in one show. Welcome back. Captain E. Loke says Jalen Hurts or Tua for this week DraftKings. Let us know what they're charging for him right now. We'll let you know who's a better deal.
Well, I was
Captain
just
E.
looking up
Loke.
just who the matchups are, and the Dolphins are playing the Texans, and then the Eagles are playing the Chargers. I'd rather have the Dolphins playing against the Texans than the Eagles playing against a good Chargers defense. The Texans are just dismal, basically.
Yeah, and I don't have that in front of me, so I'll definitely take your word on that one.
Yeah, I was just looking I looked up Week 9 schedule just to see what they're facing. I'd rather take Tua. I have Tua and Jalen Hurts. I traded for Jalen Hurts, and now I'm gonna bench him for Tua.
Yeah, I gave you Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, so
Hey,
now
for
I still have
shit. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, but let us know. Hey, we all do a little bit of DFS and that kind of stuff. So if you let us know,
what the money is
hey,
on
what
it,
are they
right?
charging? Yeah, let us know. We'll definitely get back to you. Again, like, subscribe, and join our sleeper channel. We love questions like that. Everybody's got their opinion. We'll definitely give it to you. Dylan Cassidy, you have to keep CMC. He's about to come back. Yeah, we didn't go this far and
This guy's
give him
talking about
away
helmet
now.
flag. I'm not sure which game he's referencing. That's it.
Julio is the new wide receiver 1 with Henry out. Just watch. So you're
Nah.
possibly going on the side that they're going to have to double A.J. Brown, triple, give him all that extra attention. It just depends what McNichols does, what the offense says. Hopefully, Tannehill turns it around, and this is the reason I myself personally drafted him that high. It's because he's going to have to throw the ball to remain in the games, be relevant, right?
Now he will.
Yeah. Now we're going to find out, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Pittman
man.
fire. Yeah, we agree. Michael Pittman Jr.'s on fire.
How much fab on Taysom Hill and Superflex? What up, FF season? Welcome back. So, Taysom Hill, obviously, he's been out. I believe he's been out since week 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's been in concussion protocol since week 5. That's a tough one, man. Honestly, if I don't see a New Orleans Saints go for Cam Newton, I kind of feel like they're just gonna they're just throwing the towel in on the season. I'm not just saying Cam Newton, but you got to get yourself a quarterback. personally thought that Taysom Hill was going to be the QB1 to start this season. What do you think, Frank?
Well, I'm thinking that Taysom. I'm looking to see what the latest news on Taysom Hill is, if he's going to come back from his recovery Monday. Hill's had a strong candidate to start the quarterback once
He's
he cleared.
projected to come back next week, but
So,
they don't know.
well, it looks like he's going to be back. So I would say he's going to start over Trey Simeon. I think he was the one that was playing, right. How much fab would you spend on him? I mean, who do you
Quarterbacks
have
are
that you're?
gold.
Yeah, yeah. But who do you have that you're starting over there? Taysom Hill's a gadget play guy. He's not like a pocket passer per se. That's why I'm like low on Michael Thomas now, because I've been holding Michael Thomas, waiting for him to come back and play with Jameis Winston, so you could check it down the field to him. But that's not going to happen now with Taysom Hill there. Um, so I'd say shoot, but 20%, 25% of your fab you have left. I wouldn't spend that much on it.
Yeah, the rest is going on McNichols. I think Taysom Hill is going to go higher than that for a lot of guys I've been holding. Again, the Jameis owner is probably going to go after him.
I mean, I'm happy I have Taysom Hill. So,
hey, I like Taysom, so he's definitely worth it. So Rosario says, would Devonte Adams and Michael Carter for McLaurin and D. Smith be a fair trade? If not, I was thinking drop Carter. For those two, I would get Adams.
Yeah, Devontae Adams and Michael Carter for McLaurin and D. Smith. Yeah, that'd be a fair trade. You're killing it, getting
I
Devontae Adams and Carter.
Yeah, but the way he says he dropped Carter, it sounds like he's. Oh no, he's probably on the other side. Somebody might take a McLaurin and Devonte Smith for that. Yeah, it's worth a shot. I definitely want to. I want to just throw Carter in there. Um, but again, you have solid running backs, so I don't know. You're just kind of. It seems like you might be stuck on the name of Devonte Adams, so you're willing to give a lot up for him.
Yeah, I would
Would I?
not be giving up Carter.
Yeah, I would definitely
He's just getting
definitely
hot.
just start with McLaurin and Smith.
And as you can see, you
Uh-huh.
need those running back depth. Running backs keep going down every week, so having those extra running backs matter a lot.
Yeah. Drunk Squidward. What's up? Welcome. This name kind of strikes me, might be familiar. Again, if you haven't, we'd appreciate it if you could just shoot us a like and subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Appreciate you shooting your question. With Derrick Henry gone, who should I start? Kenyon Drake, Michael Carter, or Miles Gaskin? PPR league.
I'm going Michael Carter. He's on fire, man, and I think it's going to go well if Mike White continues to start over there with him. And that offense. I mean, he's already been on the up and up, anyways. I have Michael Carter. I've been watching him, through the last couple of weeks, and every week he's getting better and better and better. I think he just had his breakout game, and I think I would continue to trust him going forward. He's the number one guy over there, over Kenyon Drake. You'd rather have Kenyon Drake or what? I know you're not starting Gaskin, so
I mean, Gaskin gets his catches. Um, Kenyon Drake is not horrible, right? Because you got Josh Jacobs always banged up. Who knows if he's going to play next week? Man, those guys are all three on the same tier, and I hate to do this. Come Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, we're going to give you a lot more updates on these guys. As of right now, just my initial thought, Michael Carter. It's an overreaction show, right? So I got to say, Michael Carter just came off a crazy game. I would go Carter, Gaskin, and then Drake.
yeah. I mean, um, Gaskin already scored 8.5 in the PPR that I have him in the league, and I was just checking for Carter. He scored 23.20 in standard, which I think is a couple more points in PPR because of the touches that he gets with that. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have the score for Kenyon Drake, but I'm still sticking with Carter. He's been, on the up and up.
Yeah, I like as far as matchups, right? I would say Kenyon Drake has a great matchup. The Jets against the Colts, we're looking at something a little different. Miami's going against the Texans, and that's one of the reasons why I would like Michael Gaskin, just because of the matchups. But yeah, follow up later in the week just so we can see what's going to happen with Josh Jacobs, and you'll get your answer to you.
Anthony, the championships are wide open after Henry injury. Oh
Whatever.
yeah.
Whatever, Anthony.
Rasta. Where's Rastaholics at? Is he on here? Because he's a Henry owner. I'm sure he's crying in the corner right now.
I'm crying in the corner. That's why you should have handcuffs and lower end starting RBs on the bench. Shout out to them boys. I'll be honest, man. I'm not a huge handcuffer. I handcuff other people's running backs. I feel like they just take up space, and I have more upside if I could pick up. We'll use examples like if I had a Madison on the bench or if I had a Hubbard at the start of the season, rather than carrying two running backs from the same team. Yes, it is going to pick you up. I could definitely see the sensible reasoning to pick up my own backups, my own running backs. But hey, I want to prey on your guys' downfall. So when your running back goes down, I'm going to be the guy that you got to come to get your handcuff. You know, it's just my own thing. And hey, because if my guy stays healthy, your guy goes down, I'm coming up. You know, we're rolling the dice either way. But yeah, it could definitely leave me short. So FF season, you got it?
No, I'm not doing it. Go ahead.
All right. So rest of season outlook for Tannehill and Justin Fields, 1,000,000%. I don't even got to think about it. Tannehill. Justin Fields looked good because Nagy was gone this week. However you say his name, Matt Nagy, whatever. He was gone this week, and they actually, they look decent against the Niners. So I don't know if that's saying that the Niners are, they're that bad, or we're just saying that I don't know. You can't say Chicago's that good. So Matt Nagy, whatever. I want to forget his name. Like, we shouldn't even be talking about this guy. But yeah, definitely Tannehill. What do you think, Frank?
Well, he just had a good game, dude. And I've had him Tannehill most of the season, and he's been up and down. I mean, you got to go with trusted man, I guess, with Tannehill, but Justin Fields kind of moves up like a little bit after that game because if basically what happened, what was the injury story? Yeah, he's out on COVID. The other coach comes in and he's able to just improvise his plays or whatever. Shoot, I'd shoot for the upside on Justin Fields. We already know what Tannehill is.
Hey, you heard it here first, boys.
Well, I definitely would. I mean, what are they going to keep?
I would gentleman bet. Can we? Hey, can we? I mean, if you're interested, go from week 9.
Let's see what it is rest of the season.
All right, week 9 on Tannehill versus Fields. No chicken kissing bets going on here. We'll do our good old gentleman's bet, so we will follow up with these at the end. So, them boys always coming through with the hot facts, man. He's one of the top 10 football minds in the world. He says Derrick Henry, they say, is out for 6 to 10 weeks. You got to bank on 6 for Henry. So we're going into week 9. That's going to put him out till 15. Just like he said, it's right at the end of playoffs, or the beginning of playoffs, I guess we should say, end of the season.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust any of it. Like, you know what I mean? How is he gonna be when he gets back?
My boy Henry's back in 5, bro. He's gonna pull another foot out of the closet. Here we go. What? Hey, great friends of the show, Dynasty Pylon. If you guys haven't, screw liking and subscribing our show. Go like and subscribe their show. Awesome. They do a lot of IDP. Again, great minds. So what do they got? Which thing you can trade Henry for due to he's turning 28? First and Damien Harris. What's your thought? Man, Dim Boys has been on me as well as other people, right? They're trying to get him. Obviously, I think we're talking about Dynasty. We're talking the Dynasty Pylon. If I'm not getting 2 firsts for Henry, like, I'm not even listening. Or a first and equal or greater value, right? So, in my opinion, how I looked at it is I'm just so hit with injuries this year that I'm almost to the point, like, I'm going to go one of 2 ways where I'm either going to just fire sell, I'm going to liquidate my whole team, or just, there's really not many other options. Like my record's so bad, so I have to see if I could squeeze a playoff berth out of my team. My bench is horrible, so for that, I'm kind of looking at selling everybody off, or I just hold tough until next year. So, what do you think, Frank? You gonna trade off Derrick Henry for a first, or is it gonna cost 2 firsts to get him from you in Dynasty?
I would trade
Frank
him for
ain't trading
first.
regardless.
I would trade him for 2 firsts
2 firsts.
because of what I was saying earlier. They've been running him into the ground. How much tread does he have left on those tires? Remember that?
Yeah,
Remember Dallas did that to who
DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray, and what happened to him after that, dude? They traded him away, paid him fat, and he just didn't have it left in him. And that's what's been happening to Derrick Henry. They've been running him into the ground. He's not going to last that much longer. At least he won't be able to keep that same pace.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I'm different in Dynasty. I don't value my first rounds as much as many other people do. So even like this year, if we're really looking at first round players that are really killing it, and somebody correct me or tell me the people that I'm forgetting, but it's really like Najee, and then I mean they have futures, but I'm just not looking at it. If I could trade a Henry for 2 firsts to get somebody to go crazy, and then you have to overwhelm me to get Derrick Henry from me.
Yeah,
I'll die on that grave,
it's minimum 2 firsts though. It's minimum. You know what I mean?
Hey, strictly before and after shows, Dylan.
It's not getting Coors.
Hey, it's like shotgunning water.
Yeah.
Damn boys, might be able to get a couple first from the right person. Harris and a first would be acceptable. Yeah, again, my thing with Harris is he's just a New England running back. I'm not huge on New England running backs because Belichick could scheme some
Yeah.
shit up and
It's
we
always
never see
RBBC.
Damien Harris again. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch Damien Harris. He's not a tradable person to get Henry. Hell no.
Hey, Jonathan Smith. Hey, remember Anthony last week? Do you like sick kids? So he's trying to quote Tycoon.
That was hilarious.
Anthony was trying to quote Tycoon. Tycoon said, "Hey, do you hate sick kids? No, that's why you should go like and subscribe to Get Right Show." Again, we got a lot more than 5 people in the chat, man. It better be more than 5 likes. Last time I checked.
Pittman on waivers? Why would Pittman be on waivers? That's crazy.
Damn, 2 thumbs down. Hey, gotta love it. Go until Thanksgiving. Pittman on waivers is fire. Yeah, I need help explaining that one. Damn, Frank, we gotta catch up. Gotta
Yeah, I know.
love
Let's
it.
go get to this one right here because I wanted to mention. I wanted to eat crow a little bit or say I was wrong about Boston Scott. I was not liking him. Remember, we even told you that story of that guy that just was talking him up. I picked him up and he just flopped on me, but he had a good game, and so did Jordan Howard. Both of those guys were just out touching. Help me out. I can't think of his name now, and he was on my team right now. But yeah, I could not think of his name right now. And we were like high on Gainwell, and Gainwell was moving up, and so obviously at this point, to go out and get Boston Scott, I think he would be RB2 for this week. Obviously, McNichols going, number one. What do you think? RB2 waiver wire pickup Boston Scott or Jordan Howard?
Neither. I still stand just like I did last week. I'm not picking up an Eagles running back. They couldn't do it with one good running back. They're not going to be able to do it with 2 to 3 average running backs. So I'm not picking up none of them.
How about Mark Ingram then? Mark Ingram back into the game over New Orleans?
Nah, because again, hey, Kamara's good, but he's not what he was. So I'm not spending any money on him. But I mean, it's good. I could see people pick him up.
Now that
sure.
Jameis went down, you don't think he's going to be having some carries? I mean, he played pretty good, man. I don't know if you watched the game.
I think Taysom's gonna get some rushing touchdowns. Is what I think is gonna happen.
Right. Let's go for that.
I can guarantee it. Also with that team above, someone offered me Julio, Hop, and Montgomery for Marvin Jones and D. Hendo. Should I take it? Hey, my quick instinct on that one is going to be I would do it.
I would do it too.
I would do it. If you're going to give me that, D-Hop and Montgomery, and then Julio's just an added bonus. Marvin Jones, you're not losing much, but you're getting Hendo. That's awesome. Anthony says, interestingly enough, Simeon looks serviceable. They may roll with him. I think Michael Thomas has a better chance with him than Hill. Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, I do think he has a better chance with him with Hill, and I don't think they're going to play Simeon though. They pay as Dustin mentioned many times during the offseason. Why did they pay Taysom Hill so much for?
Yeah, we know it's some kind of crazy contract. Cricket Man, what up? So Pat Fuhrmuth, rest of season. Thank you,
definitely the best catch of the season so far. Did you see that? Did you watch this catch, dude? It was perfectly defended. The guy swats the ball out, and it's just floating around, and he catches it again, and scores the touchdown. That was awesome. I would definitely roll with him. I mean, I know he was a pickup a couple weekends ago as a tight end guy, so he's paying dividends now.
I really like Pat Fuhrmuth, so that's somebody I would hold on. I would hold on to. Again, it's just going to depend on who's out there. I definitely want to call that the best catch, but it was a good catch, right? I'd give it to. Hey, Cooper had a great catch this week, but we're not supposed to talk about the Cowboys.
I think it was the best catch of the year, dude. The week at least so far.
All right, sure. I'll give it for the week.
That was a good catch. Yeah.
Jonathan Smith says untradeable.
Yeah.
Najee Harris, good player, I think. Yeah, he's not bad. At Cricket, Anthony says, yeah, man, I like Patty P. Started him in DFS this week, and he didn't disappoint. Ebron will be a thorn in the side. Evan Ramos says, what? NYG guy is back? Welcome. He says, nah, he is tradable. Jonathan Smith, unless it's for Tyreek, then you have a deal. Cricket Man thanking Anthony. Cricket Man, I'm not sure if you've been on here before. Anthony's obviously one of the get right boys, so he just can't get on at the moment. We might see him a little later. Who knows? He's holding it down in the chat. So Najee is fire. Set it and forget it with all these RB injuries. He's one of maybe 4 or 5 workhorse guys left. What up, Brooks? Who is a replacement for Henry? McNichols, half PPR, also is really droppable. We said it a little earlier, so I think I speak for both of us. Correct me if I'm wrong, Frank. I'm hanging on to Ridley. We think it could be short term. Who knows? With stuff like that, there really is no insight. He's just got to get his mental things in order. Definitely McNichols before AP, but AP is going to eat into McNichols. So I just wanted.
I'm going to go get Marlon Mack
right now. Hey, he's looking at the computer now. This goes without saying, but McNichols is obviously not Derrick Henry, so I'm crying with you, Ross. My season's done. Yeah, mine too. So Jonathan Smith says, I'd say Carter because if Henry averages 2 yards a carry before injury, Carter is averaging -2. Oh, man. All right, Cricket Man says, just pick up Malcolm Brown off waiver wire this week. Elbow cough. Hey, so he's throwing out hints over here. Cole Pierce, what up, Cole Pierce? Sell DJ Moore and Swift for someone like Jamar Chase. Also got Kamara, Hendo, and Cordell Patterson. You couldn't talk me into selling DJ Moore. DJ Moore and Swift, like, nah. Hey, I'm hanging on to that.
You're almost getting the same guy in Jamar.
Yeah, and you're just losing depth.
They're pretty. I mean, I think Jamar's ahead of him, but I mean, it's pretty close, right?
Yeah, you're just trading depth at that point, man, and that's the kind of stuff that's going to help you out. You still got bye weeks, you still got injuries coming up, so I'm standing pat with those guys. Anthony, I have no Henry. That's Dustin projecting. I went 5-1 in my leagues this week and no major injuries, knock on wood. Yeah, I was super high on Henry and bragged how I had him number 2 ranking this year, and there it goes. Stay safe, guys. Cricket Man, appreciate having you. I'll never get it right. That's not even helping me. Nagy. Matt Nagy. Nagy. It's kind of stuff I do. We said Gaskin. I like slur. I got an accent, so I might say Gaskin sometimes. But like I'm saying Gaskin sometime, but my S just rolls into it. Whatever. You mean all right. Young Rasta says at Cole, I won it, man, still too early. And if Henry goes down, no one is safe. Got to keep the depth. Wait until the trade deadline. So, yeah, he's reading with us all. Jonathan. All right. Sorry, Jonathan. Who's kissing a chicken? Hey, remind us what that bet is. Somebody's kissing a chicken about Justin Fields. I don't remember the exact details. I do remember that somebody made a kissing chicken bet. I don't know.
Where are you guys gonna get a chicken?
Actually, I have chickens. So if you guys need, I could supply the chicken for you guys. All right. Thoughts on Robinson's injury? And yes, Frank, I'm still crying over Henry. What up, Neanderthal? Welcome back. Man, it's tough to call on Robinson's injury.
Here?
Yeah, Neanderthal's back. Is it your boy Jerry?
Yeah. He's the one crying about Henry too. Yeah, no, still.
Yeah,
I was mentioning him earlier. That's why I was like, oh, he's here now. All right, yeah. I feel bad for him. It happens though. I mean, you got to be prepared for that kind of stuff. Backup.
You got to be prepared. That's all you could tell, my man.
For sure, you should have more running backs.
Yeah. So. Man, only thing I've seen, he's got a bruised heel. I don't know how long that's going to keep somebody out. Honestly, it's just a bruise. But it's hard for me, who's just sitting in front of a computer saying it's just a bruise. So later on in the week, we'll definitely be able to come with some more updates on that one. How about back in 3? Hopefully, he's talking about Derrick Henry. We would love to see Derrick Henry back in 3. Hey, but for real, welcome back, man. We've missed you on the show. Appreciate having you in the chat. For those of you guys who don't know, if Evan says it, it's the truth. So he's one of the great football minds. He's part of the top 10 football minds. So Ross is saying Brooks, no one knows. Should be McNichols this week, but as AP gets in game shape, maybe a week. Yeah, AP's obviously, as we know, freaking nature. So that's somebody, I guess, like in the whole chat, we haven't talked about him, so I'll shout somebody out real quick. Derek Gore actually didn't look horrible during this game. Kansas City's trying to figure out everything for their offense, but Derrick Henry is not actually a bad pickup, in my opinion, if they roll with them. Obviously, no Kansas City running backs has looked great. Williams did look good. So somebody you should look out for. The reason I say that, AP reminded me of Frank Gore. Frank Gore, leads me to Derek Gore, that kind of thing. Obviously, CH is going to be back soon. I want to waste a ton of fab on him. And then, McKinnon and Darrell Williams, who knows what's going to happen there. So, Jonathan says, Henry will have a broken leg. I'm still ranking him RB2 that week. And he's going to finish the game. Yeah, I'm probably going to fire sale. I already got offers for Thielen, so let me know. Kiss, Mary, kill Evan Ramos, Jonathan Smith, Frank the Champ. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're not even close. Henry replaced DeMarco in Tennessee. Yes, he did. Taylor the back for the next decade. Yeah. Hey, Jonathan Taylor's been killing it. Hey, Frank, if you want to take over the chat, I feel like it's just me talking, so I don't want to take
No, it's all good. No, I'm waiting for something to come up that's,
All right, just stop me because
you're the chat guy tonight, so you got it.
I'm just rifling through them.
Yeah, because then we get all messed up, dude. It's all better to have one guy run it, and you're on it.
Yeah, so, hey, he's saying for that trade, it actually looks pretty good. All right, thanks, Rasta. And would you drop Ridley?
Hold on,
I'm sure Rasta will get to you, so Ross saying Neanderthal saying he's day-to-day, but you should pick up Hyde just in case. He came in and played 74% of the snaps after Robinson went down. but Agnew had 12 targets. Agnew's just a freak, dude. He does it all. Freak man, Frank the champ.
I want to
He's your
know what
boy, dude.
Neanderthal. I want to check on Neanderthal's team right now. I wonder how that guy did that he picked up that we were talking about. Like, who was that guy that he even mentioned?
James Martin, what up? What up? What up? Welcome. Thoughts on CMC return? CMC returns. You play the man again. It's been a very weird situation over there because he's supposed to be out. It was a week, then he was coming back, and then they put him on IR, so they could have saved a game. So I think they were just taking low risk again at that time. They were just coming off. They were 3-0 until they got beat by a really, really good team, the Cowboys. Hey, so I think they're just playing it safe, shelter. So Ross has answered his question. I don't think you can yet. Hopefully you can throw him in IR trade. I didn't like him anyways, as you know, but I want to pass on a league winner for him. Yeah, so he's going on a Calvin Ridley. Cricket Man, hell yeah, we both like the Cowboys. Jonah, sorry I'm in Miami for week 9.
I guess it wouldn't have helped.
Yeah, I don't like we went over the schedule, so I hope we answered that question for you. Man, it's not a good matchup for him this week. So, you think Cole Beasley is a good pickup on waivers? Hell yeah! You're getting into my notes. So, Cole Beasley, 13 targets, 10 receptions, 110 yards. He's been producing like that. So, whenever Josh Allen and them aren't up by 40, 50 points, Cole Beasley's eating. I definitely think he's a waiver wire pickup that you should be going after if you haven't tonight.
You don't think it had anything to do with the tight end being not Dawson Knox?
I think it has more so to do with how bad is Buffalo going to be winning, or are they going to be in the game? Because one week it's kind of like the Eagles did. Hey, they win by 40 and they did it all by rushing. So it's a lot of that. It's almost like they're getting to the point of they have so many people that can do it that they can't hit all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's only one football, that sort of thing. But there are certain people over there that just eat. And Cole Beasley, just like when he was with the Cowboys, he just like is that constant. Like it's not always this great, right? I'm not expecting that every week, but he's definitely getting the targets. The targets are there. So
definitely PPR, right?
Yeah, you just might take a loss on Zach. So Zach Moss didn't have the greatest week this week. Next week, this guy could go off 2 touchdowns and damn near 100 yards, right? Like put up 80 yards. Like that's just how Buffalo. They're hard to script against. Dim boys, have a good night, man.
Good night, man.
Yeah, always appreciate having you for sure. Rasa saying at James, still think he's 2 weeks away. If I were a CMC owner, I'd want him out one more week to make sure he's good, but he should be back to practice. So I just think they thought he was coming back that week. Then they were wrong. Then they put him on IR for 3 weeks.
This coming week, and then, or if at the latest, week 10. I'm thinking they're probably going to play in week 9.
Yeah, and so I think they just lost a week, so they ended up losing a week on the other side by sitting him and then putting him on IR. I think they really only wanted him to sit 3 games. We'll know a lot more at the end of the week. It's Carolina. They're never telling us the truth. It's not just Carolina. It's all these coaches and all that kind of good stuff. So we could come Sunday morning and he could be a healthy scratch again. It's just you got to pay attention. That Sunday morning early show could be one of your most important for our CMC owners. We got Anthony just answering questions. I don't think he's set up for a guy. He's unpredictable with a nice DFS play. FF Seasons is asking trade away Deontay Johnson and Chase Edmonds for Chuba and Jamar Chase.
I'd do it.
Chase Edmonds is not that guy that's going to get you the 30, 40 points, obviously, because he's just scored his first touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson.
It was a nice run, too. I was happy for him. And then he disappeared for the rest of the game.
Yeah, like always, right? So it's just a carousel for Deontay Johnson. So if we say you want to get the best player, yeah, I'm going with Jamar Chase if you can withstand Chuba sitting when CMC is back. So, yes, if you can, me and them boys, I believe. That's what I thought, too. So he's talking about the chicken kissing bet. If you guys could break it down. Frank only, Jamal Williams for Evan Ingram.
I'd keep the running back. But
All
although
right.
there's trade rumors about Evan Ingram to be moved to a team that would target him more, so that he might have upside that way. But I mean, just points wise, I actually looked it up. I would still just stick with the running back. Running backs over tight ends all day.
So NYG's breaking it down. This was the bet. So they they made a bet a long time ago. It was who's going to be more successful, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, over a 5-year span. Someone's going to be kissing a chicken. Drew, what up? Welcome back. So for the rest of the season, Damien Harris or Antonio Gibson? Frank, what do you think?
Damien Harris and Antonio Gibson rest of the season. Ooh, I'm gonna go Damien Harris, man. Gibson's just
I
not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just rested him for this game, but um, he got out touched. He's got shin injury or whatever it is going on with his leg. And he's got a bye coming up, so maybe he gets right after that. But at this point, I'd have to choose Damien Harris just because the volume and the touches and everything he's getting over there, which I don't like New England guys, but he's still definitely outscoring Gibson. You know what I mean? Like it's not close right now.
Yeah, I think you took the words from my mouth. I cannot argue with you.
And I wish Gibson was back. What he got. I'm just looking at the numbers for this week. It's 5.4 in standard. I mean, that's nothing. 8 rushing attempts, 34 yards, 3 targets, receptions. Um, you got to look at the Harris numbers, but I know they were better than that. And yeah, moving on. Hate of the day. We got Jonathan Smith, Robinson over here. Hold on. We got Fisher Frank. Who's Anthony got going on here? Fisher Frank, Goddard, and baby trees for Kelsey. Something better than Bobby Trees. Throw a running back in there. I'll take Goddard though for sure.
Hey, Bobby Treese is killing it this week. He looked good.
Oh, 1 week, man. But we know it's Cooper's show over there.
For sure. Can't argue
Yeah,
that.
yeah. let's
All
let's go
right.
to this guy right here. Connor, what's a good player to back up Hopkins and Eli Mitchell?
Man, you better be asking for a lot. I'm not saying top tier, but you're gonna want a good guy. I get it. I'll have to double check it, but I don't think Hopkins hasn't eclipsed 90 yards for the season. So he's totally touchdown reliant at this point. So man, but to get rid of both of those guys, like what Elijah, he commanded the backfield, right? He got 16 what do you get, 16 or 18 rushes. So I'm hanging on to Elijah. I could be wrong with those numbers. Again, DeAndre Hopkins, he's having a tough year because they're spreading the ball around. So, okay, here it is. DeAndre's highest targets, he got 9 targets twice this year. His game where he got 2 touchdowns, obviously he killed it. But his yardage is 66 yards, 53 yards, 55, 87, and 67. So there are better guys out there. Sorry, Connor Girding. What up, Connor? What you think on the last one, Frank?
So I'm working out a trade with Anthony right now.
Oh,
Doing it
God, during the show. This
no,
guy's so busy.
well,
All
this
right,
guy
hey,
just sent
so
it to me. It popped up. It's Anthony's
all
fault for
right.
distracting me.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so what's a good player back? Yeah, definitely go for somebody big,
I'm
man,
not.
because Elijah's holding the backfield. Hopkins kind of already went over his stats, so he still has that big name where people will give you a lot for him. Shoot for the stars, and if you don't get it, oh well, you're still sitting on 2 good players.
I mean, what are you going to get out of this? Because I mean, Elijah Mitchell is like an up and coming running back, and giving up D Hop. I get it. The stats aren't there, but you don't think he's going to have finish off better towards the end of the year. On a good team that he's on and all that. And I mean, who are you going to get instead? I can't think of a player off the top of my head that. I mean, you could trade away for that, but I mean, it's going to replace what you're going to lose. I don't think so.
Yeah. So if you do get an offer, you get somebody in mind, let us know in the chat on Sleeper, all that kind of good stuff. All the links are below. We'd love to hear it. Evan Ramos, we always call him NYG. He's a Get Right OG and our Get Right Dynasty first place guy right now. And Golden Buzzer. A lot of NYG love going around right now. Cole Pierce. So 10-team PPR. Kyler, Kamara. Oh, this is going to be a long one. Kyler, Kamara, Swift, AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Kelsey Henderson, Cordarrelle Pounder with cheese, Ruggs, Shooty, Bateman, Marvin Jones, Cowboys plus Panthers D. I love my team, but I'm
like
2, 3, and 5. Should I make a move? I don't hold two defenses, so I would definitely look to pick somebody up off the waiver wire. But it's Kyler that killed you this week. I mean, if you could trade Kamara and get a better running back, but I don't know
These
who that
guys are
is.
in love with Swift, and that Swift also killed them this week.
Yeah, Swift did.
Cordell's been solid. You know what I mean? And Henderson
Swift
has
underperformed.
I
Definitely
hope
you're
he's
gonna want
starting
to
Premier and
upgrade your.
Henderson or something like that.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna want to. I would upgrade your wide receivers. Look for a backup quarterback, and if you need room, I would be comfortable dropping either defense. I'm not going to be a homer and say drop the Panthers, but I would drop either defense. I'm taking Indy this week versus Jets. Yeah, that's an easy call. Cricket Man says Mr. Squidward. Emmanuel Sanders, 0 points for me. Yeah, dude, it was Cole Beasley's week this week, so you hate to see it. They're switching. 1 week we're talking high about Emmanuel Sanders. 1 week, forget about him.
Yeah, and it happened to me too. I had him in. I got the big goose egg from him. It just happened. I mean, we were just talking about how there's not enough ball going around to feed everybody, right? I mean, you literally mentioned that about Dawson Knox and Cole Beasley. So it's just nature of the beast. Sometimes it happens, boomer bust. You know what I mean?
This guy's loving you.
See, Anthony doesn't want to go with the trade, man. He always sends these whack ass trades, but I send them back. He's like,
Hey,
oh,
share with the world. What's the trade? What's the
no,
trade?
no, that's
Oh,
all
it's
right.
because you said it about Kelsey and this guy instead of getting on the
Yeah,
show sending
but he
trades.
doesn't want to. He doesn't want to like take it. Like I'm like ready to give him away.
Whatever. Hey, send one to me. I'll take over the chat. So Jonah says my Emmanuel Sanders and Schultz trade was a huge profit for me. Thielen with 19.5 to their combined 3, and we know the 3 all came from Schultz. Hilarious. Again, Frank, this guy's freaking loving you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, Jet at Mind Tricks, what up? Welcome back. Hey guys, Swift is on bye. Should I start Zach Moss or Michael Carter? Maybe I'm overthinking it. It depends on who you're overthinking.
Zach Moss. Let's see who they're playing.
And we kind of just talked about Zach Moss. Because Zach Moss didn't do great this week. I was just saying, like, he could bounce back and have a 2-touchdown week. I think the safer floor is going to be Michael Carter, and that's pretty much what I'm after. I hate seeing zeros.
So the Jets are playing the Colts, and then let's see, Moss is playing those Jaguars. Let's go with Michael Carter. He's a hotter hand, man. Stick with it.
Yeah, he's getting the targets. So Ross is agreeing with us on keeping Harris. Dylan saying Cricket Man is unhinged. Yeah. All right. So Ross is also answering in the chat again. I don't know, man. Maybe someone like Jonathan Taylor Chubb. Maybe. I don't know. So he's just answering in the chat. He's also agreeing with us saying Carter, Jedi Mind Tricks. At Jonathan, that's what I was leaning to, but Carter went off last week. And with Mike White, might have more carries. You're right, could happen. FF season. So trade away Tua and Edmonds for Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah.
Other QBs are Tannehill. Yeah. Hey, that was like the easy yeah, and I think everybody's gonna agree with you.
Yeah, do that.
Cricket. Yeah, Cricket Man has the answer to to winning fantasy football. I know. Hey, I was gonna say that too, but it's for the exact same reason. I have Gibson. I never bought the CMC 2 thing. I did think he was gonna have a great season, and I hate New England running backs because I respect how smart Belichick is, and he's a game script. I say it about a lot of teams. It's like Tampa Bay. I respect their players. I don't like to pick them. It used to be that way with the New Orleans Saints. It's that way with McVay. So can they just bench Gibson so my McKissick pickup will be good? Hey, we're all kind of wishing the same thing. Let somebody do it, right? They're looking more and more like the Eagles. Who knows? Frank, hearing nothing. And we'll move on. Dylan Cassidy.
Got nothing on that.
Waller.
I mean, come on. Everybody wants to just have one guy that's the one guy to go with, and obviously it's a mess with Gibson and the injury that he has. McKissick and I forgot who else was just sharing carries over there. I had it written down somewhere. But I mean, you still got to roll them out. Oh, Jarrett Peterson. That's the other guy. So I mean, it's pretty
Patterson.
Patterson. Misspelled it. But yeah,
No,
that's
it's
the other guy
okay.
that was. That's the other guy that's over there that literally outtouched Gibson. I think it just because of the injury, and he'll be back next week. Let's see one more week, and that's it. Then after that, you got to move on. I think. While looking good rest of the season, I don't know.
Man, it just sucks that they hit him with. They were peppering him 19 targets the first game, and then
Yeah, it was like back to like it was like, oh, you didn't skip a beat from last season, and it just I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to spark up the way it was last season, but it could happen. A game here, a game there. They're just not the same
yeah,
team. Chucky's
I
gone.
think it'll be hit or miss.
Chucky's gone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So Anthony's saying he just sent you a trade offer. Till NFF season, I'd rather do Deontay and Edmonds for Chase and Hubbard. Jonah, also in my fantasy basketball league, fleeced the same guy. I fleeced Chubb for Michael Porter Jr. Guess he's fleeceable. Hey, exposing people.
damn.
Hey, I agree.
So still RB4. He's an auto start.
Frank, hey, for whatever reason, he's just not seeing what we're seeing with Swift. So,
Because I have him, and he scored me 3.1 this week.
yeah, he was like 9 in my PPR, I believe. Yeah. Hey, but he won't give him up. So he says all this, and he's not going to give him up.
And he also gave me a 4.9 one week and a 7.8 another week. So, I like to have the consistency, double-digit weeks every week from your running back. Yes,
All right,
they don't send me
so
good offers, though. I'm not going to give them up cheap.
but he doesn't counter, so we never know what exactly he wants. I'll be trying, but hey, never happens. But I am a 2-for-1, 3-for-1 kind of guy, so who knows?
He's like, if he wasn't a keeper, he'd consider it.
So Ross is answering questions. He's just saying, hopefully he gets back to his week 1 potential. It's probably the last buy low window for him. So now will be as cheap as you can get him. He's obviously talking about Waller. Frank, if it wasn't keeper, then I would consider. Thank y'all for being good sports. Like mine, I tried so hard to get DC to laugh, and he stood tall. Who's DC? Hey, but Frank, you really the champ. Hey, a lot of love.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Hey, I do the same thing to NYG, and I feel bad, man. NYG, a lot of these guys, we send me good trades. I'm perplexed, man. I had a solid. Everybody knew. Hey, they were like, "Don't trade Dustin," especially NYG. Oh my God, you traded Dustin, and then my team just falls apart left and right. I have no bench. Robbie Anderson, like I would never drop Robbie Anderson in this league. Like that's it's so tough in that league. So, we'll see. I'm holding Fab. I have all my Fab, and you send me trades for Fab. Like I got nothing to do with Fab. Like I can't win. I can't win. Let's see. I'll throw
How much you
everything
spending?
at.
How much you spending for McNichols?
I hate putting it out here on the show, especially because he's watching.
Right?
But
Hey, this is the way
my
it works,
target is
man.
My target is not McNichols, but I'm talking myself into it that I'll probably put most of my money on McNichols.
You got it. Even if you just trade him away, even if you don't need him.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention a couple other guys that we hadn't brought up. I don't think.
Oh,
yet.
no. Time out. Let me go back. Actually, in Fab, he's already owned. So nobody's put in. In that league, everybody's owned 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string. They're all owned. So you're not picking McNichols up off the waiver wire.
The other ones he's available. I have a fat bit on him already. So
how much? So I'm gonna top it. Hey, there's my first up.
I looked at the highest guy. I looked at the guy with the who sends a lot of trades, and and looked at how much fab he had left to spend, and I went a few dollars above that.
Hey, so now we know it's
so it's about 75% of everybody's budget.
It might be
mostly beating
Wilson.
everybody else that has money left. So I think I'll get him this week.
My boy Ramos sent me one. All right.
I'm not sure if if it's going to be a good pickup. You know what I mean? Because again, we're talking AP, maybe Malcolm Mack goes over there. Who knows who they'll trade for or reach out to? I mean, everybody that's out there is, I mean, they're doing the same thing that that Baltimore had to do, but much later in the season.
Yeah.
Think about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
who's really left? And even if those guys that are left, are they going to be worth even starting for fantasy? Like, I get it, they're going to get touches, but are they going to do anything with those? Like,
I think you said it best. A Marlon Mack trade would be awesome for the team. I've seen names like Melvin Gordon and stuff like that. Broncos aren't going to do that. But again, hey, Broncos just traded off Von Miller, so who knows if they're just throwing in the towel this year. Which I don't know why. It's not like their division is going crazy, so we'll see. So Jonathan Smith says, I sent Hurts and Mixon for Wilson and Hendo 1 week, and this guy countered with offering me Thielen and Edmonds for my Saquon and Adams. Hey, it just happens. If you have the time, people have different strategies, and they just want to play counterback. I used to do that. I'm in so many leagues right now. I'll look at a trade. If I don't like it, I'll decline it. Again, NYD, I know he hates me. And I feel bad doing it. I'm like, man, I almost want to accept the trade. I feel bad. People keep trying. But, like, if it's just not up to par, I'm like, man, I don't want to do the back and forth. And people are like, oh, you sent me this? Like, so this year I'm just like, I'm not the same trader I've been in the years past where I got the time to do all that. I don't. I'm going to look at it. If it's not up to par, I might write you a message. Usually I don't.
I can't refuse, right? Like,
pretty much.
Like right off the bat, boom. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Let's go. But
and that's how most of my trades have been.
These guys. Because they're just coming back from injury. Devonte Parker, and not necessarily from
11.
Injury, Rashad Bateman.
Wait, are you gonna elaborate on Devonte Parker? 11 targets, went 8 for 85. Definitely a pickup. Good call, Frank.
Yeah, and Rashad Bateman, who was on bye week, and had an excellent, come out week prior. So if he should be out there available for you guys. I think they were only like 15 or 18% owned in some of the leagues that I looked at. So definitely somebody's still out there.
Yeah. You still got to, so I was just going to say, talking about some of the guys that came back, we touched on them briefly. Chubb came back, got his 16 carries. David Johnson is exactly who I thought he was. Didn't look good over there. Eckler played, so even during all that, he showed himself playing himself on his fantasy football team. He played. He's looking good. Devontae Adams, again, it's COVID, so looks like he's going to be able to play next week. It seems like it was exposure. Again, we'll have to track that one. Saquon's coming back next week. Again, I feel like we say that every week, so we'll see what happens with Devontae Booker. If you guys are looking for a quarterback,
coming back, but
yeah,
he'll probably come back, get hurt again, and go back out.
Yeah. Obviously, our big injuries we talked about: Derrick Henry, James Robinson, Josh Jacobs. Stay tuned later in the week for that. Kadarius Toney still only owned in 58% of leagues. Who else? You need quarterbacks. Wentz I hate to say it, but he's playing the Jets. Probably our best pickup.
Taysom Hill,
He's
probably
only,
not owned.
yeah, Taysom Hill's probably not owned. He's projected to come back. And then Baker and Daniel Jones, they're owned in 35% of leagues and 51% of leagues. So, all right.
That's
So
the
I
top
think we
guys.
did this one. Boom. Okay, let's keep that between us, my man.
Good look, all right.
Hey, forget about that, guys. Okay, so FF season just got Jamar Chase trade away
Fields.
Fields and Keenan Allen for Wentz.
So he
Oh,
just got Jamar Chase. Now he wants to trade away Fields and Keenan Allen for Wentz. Why? Isn't Wentz away? Is he super flex league? Is this
nah,
what this is?
I'd still hold Keenan Allen. Yeah,
Other
unless it's super flex, let us
other
know.
are
Other wide
Diggs,
receivers are
Deontay
Diggs.
Johnson, Devonta Smith, and Ridley, who is the wild card now. Well, yeah, Devonta Smith had a bad game. Ridley's not playing for you, so now you have Diggs and Deontay.
Yeah, hey, but
But you just
why
picked up
get
Chase.
rid of
But you just
Keenan
got
Allen
Chase.
for him?
Yeah, why would you get rid of Keenan Allen? Yeah, don't do that. Whatever you're doing, relax. You
Hey,
just did the right thing. You got Chase. Move on.
FF seasons, he's trade happy just like us, so I can't knock him.
Yeah, well, like you and Anthony for sure.
Yeah. All right. So Dylan Cassidy, is Alex Collins a viable two flex candidate until Carson's return? I don't know if Carson's going to return,
And
but
that
yeah,
would
I
be
mean,
yes. That would be a yes then.
yeah,
It's kind of
I don't know if
touches.
my man's coming back, dude. You hate to see it,
Yeah,
but
another
yeah,
guy
my
up in the
answer
air.
would be yes. Okay, would you trade CD and Damien Harris for Diggs? My other wide receivers: AJ Brown, Keenan, Waddle, Claypool, Judy. Other RBs: Zeke, Dalvin Cook, Antonio Gibson, and Madison. No, I would not.
I would not do that. I didn't know why it took so long to say no.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that one either.
You're giving up weight.
Well, someone found out I watched this league in my paid friend league, so none of them accept my trades, and anytime I ask them for, they immediately start them. Hey, it happens. Hey, you're known as the guru now. Welcome. He's just saying, yeah, you're a hawk, dude. They're on you. Yahoo said Saquon was back the day after his injury. Yeah, and wouldn't let us put him in a IR, and they're just killing us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dylan
I
says,
literally sent a Yahoo a message about this, about the fact that they were on
"Did
it
you?"
last year. Yeah, I did. I'm not even playing around about it. Dude. I literally pointed out a number of faults that they had in their whole like whatever. Because last year they were on it with the whole COVID thing. Well, I wouldn't say so much on it, but CBS is even doing a little bit better about it. But um, just adjusting to what was going on and making sure players were in or out, were rated in or out, so you could put them in IRs. But these guys, I mean, like Dustin's been saying, maybe it's just the team that hasn't put them on IR or hasn't said they're out. But I've literally read their notes, and I pointed out to the fact that in their notes it said specifically, who was it, Callaway, that was already out. He's already been slated to be out for this week, and they still had him on as probable or questionable or whatever it is, and you couldn't put him on IR. And I was like, your own notes say that he's out, but you haven't changed his status. Like y'all need to be on top of that because you're killing everybody. That goes
Yeah,
for any of the uh, providers or whatever you want to call them. For anybody who's running the fantasy football thing, they need
yeah,
to be on top of
platforms.
the injuries just like anybody else. You know what I mean? Like literally.
Yeah, we shouldn't be ahead of you guys, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, what do y'all think my outlook is rest of season? 10-team PPR starters are Kyler, Christian McCaffrey, Mixon, Damian Harris, Debo, Jefferson, Waller, Emmanuel Sanders, and Myers. Go win it, bro. Go win it, Dylan. Again, I think get somebody behind Kyler. Kyler's doing awesome, but he's hit or miss. Mixon's killing it for you. Harris is scoring points. Wait till C-Mac comes back. You're going to be a whole different team, and you're hitting on. Well, you didn't hit on receivers this week because
Yeah. Sanders is killing you. Myers
Justin got
was
shut down.
yeah, exactly. It happens, though. I
Justin
mean,
Emmanuel Sanders and Myers can't score a touchdown, but he scores every 2-point conversion that they ever run. So
they could get that going for you. I would look to shore up Waller and your wide receiver core just in case, But I mean, that's just me. That's what I've been looking
he's
at.
saying that he also has Brady and he just traded for Henry. Yeah, when they come back, dude, you have like the greatest names in football right there. So just to go back.
So if a season was talking, it was super flex for
So
that.
he's
That's why I
talking
was looking
about,
at Wentz.
yeah.
I still wouldn't be doing that.
There's better quarterbacks that I think you can get. That's the only reason I say that. He also asked, did you guys think the Tua and Edmonds for Jamar Chase was one QB? No, but hey, in any
No.
platform.
Yeah,
In
that was
any
still too much.
platform.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying too much. I'm sending Tua and Edmonds for Jamar Chase.
Right?
I'm doing that in any league. Because that can alter trades heavily. Yeah.
Yeah, we get
So
it.
Dylan, I also have Brady. We did that one. Sufyan, welcome back. Holding Lockett and trading Gibson for Keenan and Michael Carter turned out great. Exactly. And then again, we haven't even got to see Russell's going to be back. That's somebody that I've been targeting in a lot of my trades. Because when Russ comes back, like he's going to have his weeks, he's going to hit. We know what Lockett is. His ceiling is 4 touchdowns a game, and his floor is he may walk away with 30 to 50 yards.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's still going to get targets. Yeah. Hey, rough week, man. He's talking about Justin Jefferson getting shut down
Yeah.
by the Cowboys. Hey, we all kind of seen that coming. I can't wait till we get to see the Diggs versus Diggs matchup. You gotta love it.
I mean, I do gotta say, our boys put the rest of the football teams on notice. We could start our backup quarterback and still win. So
Let him know, Frank.
I'm just letting you know that the defense is solid. It's for real this year. There's plenty of weapons on the Dallas team to, literally go ahead and bench your quarterback and start your backup and win. Like that was sick. I don't care.
Hey, it was, man. That was a good game for sure. A lot more to come, man. Hey, but that's what it's about is depth, right? So, oh man, we just got blown up. We were doing good. Damn, Anthony. So he's saying I can afford it. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. It's about depth. So on both sides too, like we're saying, trade to get your best starting lineup that you can. But when you could afford trades like that and holding on to people until they get healthier, I mean, hey, that's what's going to win you a ship. Okay, so answers telling NFL season. These guys, tweet back and forth all day. Now they're in the chat. So
go back to these tweets.
That's why I said I'd rather do Deontay and Edmonds for Chase over the Tua and Edmonds to have that extra QB. Yeah, to be honest, I could care less if it's a 3-quarterback league. If I give up Tua and Edmonds for Jamar Chase, I'm doing that in any league. So Dylan says, should I start looking at playoff schedule more heavily now when making trades? 100%. And then realize it's November, so most trade deadlines are coming up, man. Probably got less than 2 weeks.
Start looking at your rest of strength to schedule on the trades and the people that you're looking at. They're looking people looking to get up, pick up, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they got to be on the up and up for that.
Yeah, but that always should be something in your mind too. If you can get rid of guys,
the Super Bowl.
Let's go 7 rings.
We already beat the Patriots, and I don't think it's gonna be them. Because
I'm not talking no smack against the Patriots. We beat them once in the last 25 years. I actually called this as my Super Bowl prediction last year, so I was a year off.
They don't have Brady anymore. No, we just got to worry about Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's not like we scraped them. Sufi on Malik. And actually, the Patriots haven't lost to the Chargers since like 98 or something like that too. Like these guys are no punks. I know it's a Brady effect, but yeah. Sufi. By the way, what teams are you guys fans of? Oh, Dallas Cowboys. Dallas
And so
Cowboys.
Anthony's a Niner
Hey,
fan. Mike's a Giants fan. All NFC over here.
and then so our writer Andrew, if you guys aren't on the website, he writes up great articles too. He's a Cleveland Browns fan, so
Oh, he's a Cleveland Browns.
yeah. So we're kind of a bit of everywhere, except
What
me
about the
and Frank
boardroom?
are the
Boardroom's
smart ones, obviously.
Boardroom's San Francisco too, so that's another NFC team.
So Jonathan Smith is
Saints.
Saints fan.
Who that? Who that?
So Pats Cowboys Super Bowl would be insane. I agree. If we walk away with it, and when we walk away with it, I want a Cooper Rush versus Simeon game with Saints versus the boys. Hey, that'd be
sick.
tight. You probably got to go to Madden to see that. Who knows?
Yeah. Throw that up on Madden, right?
That would be funny though.
That's scheduled during the
So
draft.
Dylan, I look at player schedule during the draft. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Yeah,
Anthony
so
does
that
do
should.
that. That's not even a lie. He does do that.
Yeah, and he's been saying on the show. So he's one that like, hey, this is my guy with the most favorable matchup. That kind of stuff. So Mac Jones whoa. Dak Disney? Donald. Hey, we can't put that chat out there. Yeah, Dylan, you got to do it now before others catch on. 100%. Nobody cares about that one. Hey, nobody wants to hear this Niners chat. If the Cowboys, God, get this one off here too.
Washington all day. Sucks being.
Yeah, hey,
What's this special franchise in the
we got to get a 5-minute block.
so.
Jack Lombard,
I don't
what
think
up?
you guys. He's a Washington fan. He lost points, dude. Come on, you guys don't even have a mascot anymore. Like literally went with the Washington football team.
Hey, it's getting late night.
But I heard the Warriors are coming up or something like that as a name. Good luck with that.
I'm sure this has been talked about a lot, but Derrick Henry owner here. What should I do? Hold on to him, man. He might come back for playoffs. If you get trade offers for him, it just depends on the place that you're in. If you have to trade him and you could get something for him, cool, because
I like this one.
he could come back.
I like this one. Really a buy low candidate? Yeah.
That's probably the lowest and best. Super. Yeah, hey, it's all love, man. We're all football fans at the end of the day, so gotta love it, man. We honestly, we all talk very high of Washington all year. We talk high of it with Fitzpatrick going out, right? Happened to us last year, so Calvin really spiritual awakening candidate. Oh man.
Hey, it's Scary Steelers solid for you guys. Shoot, I got something going on.
I already got Adrian Peterson. Hey, nice. So if you get McNichols, definitely do that too, and then wait to see what they do. I just don't see, like Frank said, I don't see Adrian Peterson the first week just walking in and getting the starting role and being a Derrick Henry.
He's coming back at 36 years old. He's getting old, dude.
Yeah, I know, man. It sucks, but it looks like the Cowboys are legit Super Bowl contenders. Hey, much respect for sure. We definitely thought it was coming down on the two of us this year. Again, injuries suck, man. Change everything. Should I try to get McNichols? Jack. Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. This is what I don't even got to read.
AP.
Yeah, Bobby Tree's on flex against the Titans. Yeah, that one's an easy one. Again, Bobby Trees is always hit or miss. So, Jonathan Smith, hey, if it makes you guys feel better, I'll root for the Cowboys if they play the Pats, Steelers, Ravens, or any besides Saints. Hey, gotta love it, man. We'll be happy to have you. Sufan, I don't understand the lack of urgency in DC to find that QB for the future. Really doesn't make sense.
Wasting McLaurin.
Yeah.
McLaurin's throwing up the numbers.
McLaurin is, but hey, even with the it's like, so they did have a run at it, right? Like they were supposed to have a one of the strongest defenses in the NFL. They were going to have Fitzmagic there. McLaurin was going to eat. Gibson was supposed to be the CMC too. The front office is messed up, just like a lot of these other teams. There really is no good answer. Fab on high, depending on how deep your bench is, I'm rolling with him. Again, I have leagues where I've been sitting on Hyde, so he's probably going to be a start for me. Again, I don't have many other options. There's absolutely no waiver wire. So all these guys I'm talking about, like the Parkers and Tonys and Beasleys, like these guys are drafted. So, hey, I'm going to start him. So it just depends how deep you are. What trades do you see tomorrow on deadline? I'll be honest, this is not going to be favorable. Trash. I see nothing. I don't think there's really anything that's going to surprise us. The NFL is the most boring when it comes to trade deadlines.
Except for this Von Miller thing that just happened right before it.
For 2 second rounds, though, like, so for all you gave up, right? All you gave up for him, you gave up 3 first rounds, and you're just going to trade him for 2 seconds? Didn't they give up 3 first rounds?
Yeah, I don't
Pretty
know.
sure.
All I know is that they don't have another first round pick till 2026.
I'm tripping. It wasn't even Von Miller with the Raiders trade, but I'm just saying when they traded Khalil Mack. So you can put Khalil Mack and Von Miller, and arguably they were the best at their position for all that time. One of them gets 3 first, one of them gets 2 seconds. It makes absolutely no sense for me. So, Jonathan, no need for that. Jax needs your support. Yeah, whatever. Got vaccinated. Hey, sorry, Jeff. Appreciate having you on the show. Drunk Squidward. I thought it was a second and a third. I believe it was 2 seconds for him. Do you guys see Eli Mitchell holding it down rest of the season? Hey, I do. What do you think, Frank?
Yeah.
I do.
I think San Francisco found their guy. They're obviously not even mixing in Trey Sermon anymore. And it's his job to lose unless he starts messing up somehow.
I seen Trey Sermon getting dropped today, and I'm like, who in their right mind was still holding Trey Sermon? Again, I just came to terms with it like 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey. Yeah.
He's the guy. Rest of the season. Easy.
I heard them say that they are sticking it out with Heineke. I don't know if that means even when, if it comes back. I mean, you got to. Yeah, you got to. You got to do that this season. Okay, last one. I promise. Do I trade away Fields and Gibson for Wentz in a super flex? Other RBs or CMC, Jacobs. I'm like, the only problem, you got 4 hurt running backs, my man. Not 4. I'm not going to put Michael Carter, but you don't have a bona fide running back at all. So it sounds like you might not have a quarterback either. So that's what it would depend on too. So yes, RB2 rest of the season, better non PPR versus PPR. Hasty seems to have that third down roll. All right, last question, guys. Drunk Squidward, is Corey Davis a drop, a hold, or a trade, Frank? I know my answer.
Hold him.
Yeah, same for me. I'm holding. They're just going through new quarterbacks and stuff like that. Obviously, Mike White, if he played for any of these guys, he hasn't played with the number 1, so I'm holding. Wrap us up, Frank.
Nah, man. Hey, thanks for everybody for being here. I think we went over some, major guys and the major injuries. Jamie Winston out. Get you some Taysom Hill. We'll see what happens with Michael Thomas. Maybe even pick up Mike White if he continues playing forward. Not, but still, it was a shout out to that guy. Obviously, Antonio Gibson, we got to keep an eye out on what's going on there. We'll keep an eye on for Calvin Ridley. See what happens with him. Nichols, the main dude to pick up this week. Boston Scott, another mention there for pickups. And Elijah Moore getting some touches there. If White stays in there, I don't know. Just wrapping up some regular guys. Devonte Parker, another guy we were talking about earlier. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I think we're out, man. We should roll it out.
Hey, appreciate all you guys in the chat, man. Thank you.
Peace out.